at the on the Resolute desk saying drink whole milk. Whole milk's the milk mustache is back. And basically what that is a reference to the fact that like racist white idiots think that that white people can digest milk better than people of color and therefore are a superior race. And because milk is such a like a nutrient dense thing, we are, I say we as a Jew,
we're God's favorite.
God's favorite. So that is what that is. So they're just, and here's the thing though, is that like, yeah, they're whistling to these dogs, right? These hounds, these piece of shit dogs, these subhuman fucking animals, right? And they're just, but like that represents a vanishingly small amount. I mean, yeah, it's the loudest and most dangerous group, but like of the Republican Party, it's like 40%, 35%.
But also, okay, Sam, follow me on this. If I have a very bad opinion and I'm angry, and 30 people walk up to me and say, "You're wrong. You're dead ass wrong. You're outnumbered," but they're unarmed and I have a submachine gun, I win the fight.
Yep.
And right now, the ignorant, desperate, uninformed, uneducated minority, because you're right, we are the majority, they are the minority, but they have the White House, they have the Supreme Court,
Sure.
They have the Congress, they have the military.
This, I can tell you this from certain things that I've seen.
Well, they have, I've argued that point and I agree with you.
Generals are like,
certain people I've talked to, they're losing this. This is unpopular. Nobody is on board with this. All of the left is not on board with this, but there are like vanishingly few people that support this. And like all of the fucking, including, but not limited to, some Republicans in our government, and also every media pundit other than the fucking Nazis, Megyn Kelly
but also what, you know, I don't mean to cut you off, but you bring up the media twice now, and I need to say this before I forget. I don't know if you saw the CBS thing that happened today, where he was asking Trump about the father of Renee Good.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so there was a CBS guy, and I think it was the same guy who gave the little speech about for so long the media has catered to the narrative rather than the people, that kind of shit. Okay, I think it's the same guy. Well, he was talking to fucking dumb Trump, and he said that the father of Renee Good is a Trump supporter, but that he's upset about how his daughter's being portrayed as domestic terrorist. But hang on, here's the important part that nobody's talked about yet, and I plan on making a video about it eventually, but here we are. He said, in presenting this information to Trump, he said, he supports you like so many Americans do. Yeah, that's what he said. And by the way, Trump is wildly unpopular, like you just mentioned. He's wildly unpopular. What's happening in America is wildly unpopular.
That was her father who said that?
No, that was CBS anchor that said it.
Sure. Oh, I see.
He was stating that the father is a Trump supporter, but then said, like so many Americans do.
Yeah.
The legacy media is bending the knee. MSNBC is now MS Now. CBS is now fucking Trump BS, right?
Well, yeah.
Who was it that did this? CBS is now so you can see BS News. Who was that? That was clever.
I don't know.
It was clever.
But yeah. If this was so popular, they wouldn't be spending God knows how much money to Cam Higbee, that rat-faced fuck, and countless other MAGA influencers to be pushing like that. It is so clear that they need this. They need this to be like pushed to the public because of how deeply fucking unpopular this is. He's got the lowest fucking poll numbers of any president of anytime, include and only second place was him. So like he is, and so yeah, I don't know. I think that
and listen, and
there is hope there.
There is hope, and also let me say this real quick, and I'm going to get a little bit like this is like trigger warning. We're going to talk about some fucking serious shit for a minute, so I'm just saying that. A lot of people say this is a distraction from the Epstein files. It is, but also I think the point that's being missed is not only is it a distraction from the Epstein files, it's also their plan. It's their plan, and it conveniently happens to be a distraction from the Epstein files. Okay.
Yeah.
But I put in my IG story, not on my IG page, just in my story. There was a lot of people that reached out to me like, "Hey, Jolly, you're doing a lot of traveling. Can I help pay your travel?" This and third. So I put in my IG story, listen, if you want to help with my travel, here's my Venmo kind of thing.
Yeah.
I got a Venmo today. I was going through them. I try to go through them and click heart and stuff when people Venmo me and whatnot. This is a true story. People can leave messages when they Venmo you. The Venmo, I can't quote it because I'm not reading it, but here's the gist of it. And the Venmo message that was sent to me said, "I am an Epstein survivor here in Minnesota. Thank you for what you're doing." Yeah, dude, straight up, I was stuck for a minute. Eyes teared up type shit. And you start realizing, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's social media. I don't know if it's fucking what it is. I think it's social media, but people have lost the plot where they stop realizing this is real life. Like, we're talking about these deportations, but every single one of these deportations is a real person who's been sent out of the country without due process, kidnapped from their home, workplace, or legal.
All of their belongings, their fucking pets, their family just disappeared.
Right.
Yeah. Did you hear about this thing in Indianapolis?
What thing?
There's a naturalization. I just made a video about it. There's a naturalization ceremony that was happening in Indianapolis, and 38 people were turned away from getting their citizenship because of the new policies. So like 38 at the goal line, at the finish line.
And if you're at the finish line, what'd you do? You did it. Say it with
legally.
Me now. Legally.
You sure did. You did it legally, and I invite anybody. Yeah, to
but Sam, when the Department of Homeland Security is saying one of yours, one of ours, all of yours, when the Department of Homeland Security is saying, by God, we'll get our home back, when the Department of Homeland Security has gone full Nazi, the narrative of illegal immigration is out the door. It was never about illegal immigration. It was about white replacement. It was about white replacement theory.
And it continues to be. Yeah. And yeah, I made this video so many fucking times that it's getting tired, but like I show pictures of like, anyway, the Proud Boys and the 3%ers and the Patriot Front and the Oath Keepers and the KKK, the reason that they're not at these protests, counter-protesting, is because they're already there. And they are being employed by our federal fucking government to go round up.
If I can quote one of the poets of my teenage years, I want to quote
De La Roca.
Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses, and this fucking theory, or this reality, I shouldn't say theory, this reality hasn't changed because this country fails to hold white supremacy accountable.
One of my great hopes against hope is that there's a list somewhere of all these fuckers, and
4,500 of them got released today. Hey! Yes, they were, brother.
What I want is a cross-reference, first of all the people that were pardoned from January 6th who are now employed by our federal government to go and do this. I want that list. I want that fucking list. And I want to draw the comparison. Again, it's getting kind of old hat at this point, but like that's literally what Hitler did. He pardoned a bunch of like violent insurrectionists who then became the SS. It was literally like it is the echoes from history. He did this, and he's just following the fucking because it works. It worked that one time.
But let me say this, Sam. Okay, watch this. 4,500 members of ICE were doxxed today by a whistleblower within DHS, and I hate ICE. So that understand that I hate ICE, and so with that context, I need to speak on this. I need to speak on the fact that you doxed 4,500 people. Okay, I need to say something because I got to follow my morals, and that is. When I order whiskey, what I do is I usually get it double finger. That way I don't have to bother the bartender later. And me personally, this is a personal thing. I do it on the rocks because I like cold whiskey. There's a whole debate within the whiskey community if ice in your whiskey like changes the flavor nodes. And it could possibly. But if it does, whatever the change is, I like it better because for whatever reason, I like cold whiskey. So, yeah, I just prefer my whiskey on the rocks.
That's how I feel about them getting doxxed, too. Yeah. I could not be. And here's the crazy thing. Here's the fucking crazy thing, okay? Have you ever seen a show on HBO called Watchmen?
I know about it, but haven't seen it.
It's also, they made a movie, and it was a comic book. And it is a really grim sort of like future prediction of what we're seeing now, which is like they wouldn't be getting doxxed if they were following the normal rules of police engagement in this country, which is so like that you are identifiable so that you are held to a reasonable accountability so as to not brutalize the citizens you are sworn to protect or indeed apprehend. If your job is to bring people to justice, not brutalize them in the street and become judge, jury, and executioner, much less the protesters. And so, like, what that does is enable them to act with impunity. And this doxing, the release of these names doesn't happen unless they are unless you are an unidentifiable masked secret police. And so just don't do that, and then you don't have to be diced. Yeah,
it's a valid point, and I was making that point for the last couple of days, which is you wear a police patch on your military uniform you didn't earn, and you didn't go through police academy. You don't know the basics of like. First of all, let's back up. Let's take a couple steps back and have the conversation that we were having pre-ICE, which is all cops are bastards. And the reason we say all cops are bastards is because the police force in this country already does it wrong. Like we barely have the regulations on police that we have, right? It was through the fucking systematic genocide of the black and brown indigenous community that we even got the people. Right, that we have a police force and that we got people to take to the streets and protest against the police brutality and police terrorism of the black, brown, indigenous community to even get the regulations that we have now on law enforcement, and they're not enough as they are. But even with those minimal regulations on law enforcement, these fucking cosplay fucking wannabe law enforcement agents don't follow them. Very much to your point, bro. They don't follow them. They don't identify themselves. They don't have a judicial warrant when they go in private residences. They don't have a judicial warrant when they open people's vehicles. They're arresting bystanders for asking questions. I was talking to an attorney right here in Minneapolis who told me he wanted to go out and confront these ICE agents as they were conducting their stops. But he's cognizant enough to know that even though he'll ask the question that is legitimate, like, where's your judicial warrant? He knows they'll just arrest him, lock him up, and do their shit anyway because they don't follow the protocol that is written into the law. Right. Which brings my next question, brother. Where's the Minnesota state government? I understand the nuance of if I deploy the National Guard, Tim Walz, I've declared civil war. Okay, but what's the other answer?
Just letting him do it.
Yeah, right. Bingo.
Yeah. Yeah. There are also I'm fuzzy on these details, so if you know more than me, feel free to correct me. But like, sure. there's police statutes that says the police can't even be present during these raids in Minnesota. Like it's a Minnesota specific statute.
I'm unaware, and you may be absolutely correct. So I'm not going to say you're wrong.
Let's anyway. I think that if anybody knows more than me about that, say so. But like there is a reason for them that like they're suspiciously fucking absent about this, and like not that they fucking do anything, not that the police would help protect the citizens. They would help ICE continue to do this shit. So I don't know. This is just bad all over, man. And like
bad all over, bro. It's not only bad all over, but going back to our earlier conversation, it's moving the Overton window in a way that's extremely dangerous. And listen, I want to be the pragmatic person who says, this is our solution. I'm a nonviolent civil disobedient activist. I believe in nonviolent civil disobedience. I've been to war. I've seen war. It's the nastiest thing humanity has to offer. I'll never advocate for violence. I don't like violence. Sure, I'll fight you, but like I don't advocate for violence. And even at my most pragmatic state, brother, I don't know how this goes any other way than the worst way possible.
Yeah. Here I was talking about this yesterday before. I think I
want to thank you so much. Good meeting you, brother. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I don't know. I think that you're probably going to disagree with me because you are on the ground and you're, having heard your experiences, I tend to lean to believe you more than me in this instance. But like, I was scrolling yesterday. I told this story right when I got on yesterday. I was scrolling to I got to make a video. I'm a slave to the algorithm. Like we got to post something.
Yeah, like all of us are.
Creators find something. I started at 7, and by like 9:45, I hadn't fucking found anything. And so like,
side note, I've been there so many times. I get it.
But like most of that scrolling was like, we're never gonna vote our way out of this. All we can do is arm ourselves. And like it was just video after video of like left-leaning people whom I don't know, but like it was just this insane like feedback doomerism loop of like, we'll never get out of this. This is the only way is violent. And I was just like, I kind of had this like out of body experience being like, wait a second, this is what I'm being fucking fed right now. And I realized that only because of my experience on this app and having like a little self-awareness, being like, hang on a second. And then I realized that everybody's being fed on our side this. Don't vote. We cannot vote our way out of this. The only fucking way to do this is violent revolution. And like, here's how to arm yourself, and like some pragmatic advice in there, but also like it is alarming what we're seeing on our fucking feeds right now. And I was like, if you zoom out a second, it's just go outside, go touch some grass, and like there are still ways out of this that aren't
okay. I hear you. I don't mean this, and I mean this. I love you, brother, and I mean this in the most loving way possible. But I challenge you to tell me what they are. And before you answer, let me say this. I touch a lot of grass. Today, I touched grass when I was dodging a tear gas cannon shot.
I wasn't talking about you specifically.
I know. But I kind of want to make a kind of art.
Oh no.
I hear you. And brother, oh my Jesus, I just want there to be a pragmatic fucking solution. I do. But the problem is, here's the problem, Sam. I think that, and you can correct me, but I think that part of the thinking that you have right now is that we buy into this feedback loop that we're the ones escalating it, and the problem is, brother, we're not the ones escalating it.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying.
And I think that no matter what our response is, they're going to escalate it anyway. And I think that no matter what the fuck we do, they're going to escalate it anyway. I mean, they're literally, the Department of Homeland Security is literally on social media promoting white supremacy.
But remember, so like, here's what I'm saying.
So I say all that to say this. I hope that you have a good answer, because whatever your answer is, I would love to make it a video that goes viral. What is the pragmatic solution that isn't the worst case scenario?
We already talked about it. We talked about it already. They are deeply unpopular, and not only are there already more of us than there are of them, but the ones that support them are losing their support. This treatment of people is deeply unpopular amongst their side too. And so like what I'm saying is the discouragement of people to continue to participate in our democracy, the way that you're doing, the way that Renee Good was doing, the way that we all are doing every fucking weekend, we should not be discouraging people at any point from doing that, from like showing up and making it undeniable at the polls at any fucking chance that we get. They're also, by the way, dying in Congress. So like, and Marjorie's fucking fleeing. Their hold on and he fucking acknowledged it because he's having he's sundowning dementia. He understands that if he loses the midterms, which is not, I didn't get the sense of him scheming and saying like planning that they're going to steal the election, and then him saying, oh, we got to win the mid. He's fucking nervous that he's going to lose, and he's going to spend the rest of his tiny, shitty, farty ass life sundowning in a prison cell. And he's right. So
everything you just said, I actually agree with.
Yeah.
Here's my concern, kind of like pinging it back to you. Because I actually agree with you wholeheartedly. Like everything you just said, these are the thoughts I've had as well. My concern is a couple things. Not having a free and fair election in 2026 super concerns me. And can I tell you a scenario that I think that I created this scenario in my head, but it's got me so fucked up that it's really soured me away from the 20. Because, okay, let me say this. Let me give you a caveat. Let me give you an insight to my brain. If the 2026 election was free and fair and no interruption, it's not a blue wave, brother. It's a blue fucking tsunami.
Yeah.
It's a blue nami. Okay? I agree with you. It's wildly unpopular. Even amongst the Republicans, I don't think it's accepted. However, I feel like there's going to be a lot of interference. And one of the versions of interference that I'm scared of, especially after being out here in Minneapolis and watching how these ICE agents are acting with impunity after getting away with murder, now follow me here, what if they decide, they put this little order out, we're going to put ICE agents at all the voting booths to make sure that illegals are not voting, because that's one of their talking points, okay? One of their talking points is that illegals are voting, and that's how Democrats win elections.
Get that, yeah.
And then these ICE agents at voting booths profile and do what they're doing right now. They do it with impunity, and you can't have a free and fair election if they're pulling people out of the fucking voting line. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm strongly concerned about is the inability to have a free and fair election to get to the pragmatic conclusion that you're offering me, because I buy into what you're saying. I do buy into what you're saying, that without reaching this extreme conclusion that I've came to, there's another way to get there, but I think they're going to rig it in their favor. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah. And to that I say, and to that I give you the same question you give to Governor Walz. What's the other fucking alternative? Show up and show up in undeniable fucking numbers. And so and that's it. And that's I don't have another. I just work here,
Yeah, that's how I feel, bro.
I'm just so
I just work here, bro.
So, but that, we need to I would love some charismatic fucking candidates who are running on the fact that we are going to not just indiscriminately enact revenge, but like carry out retribution legally for the crimes that these people are doing, and that's an undeniable fucking amount of people want people who you've seen shoot protesters point blank in their face to go to prison. Like, fuck your life, 10 years in prison for doing that. And so, like, yeah, that's what I would run on if I was a Democrat. That's what I would be saying if I was a fucking Democrat. It would be to hold people accountable for their for the crimes that they're doing. And that goes all the way to the top. So that's how, I don't know. I don't know how we started on this, but like.
No, you're right. You're not wrong, actually. I like that answer because I've often said, like, just run on progressive shit. Like, instead of trying to cater to like so often these days, Democrats think that being progressive is catering to the people that are abandoning the conservative party. No. Hug your base, dude.
Yeah.
Hug your base and run with it. Let me shut up. You got 2 new guests. Let me shut up and let them fucking speak.
I think AOK wanted to say something about voting.
All right, so I didn't expect to get up here, but thank you for having me up. I wanted to say that by default, vote. I absolutely do not think, I think this is a clear sign that Republicans cannot be trusted. I think holding our elected officials that we want, hold them accountable, make sure that you guys tell your friends, get out there, absolutely. That is something that I think is by default, but we are in unprecedented times and I am very, very scared. I do not trust anyone to try not to consolidate power. When we see these people walk around and they say, did you not see what we did? To not sacrifice themselves to maybe even, I don't know, try to take out an elected official. They're hiding behind badges and they're drunk on power. This is very, very scary times. I'm not discouraging people from voting. Vote. But what I need people to understand is that they're going door to door and then they have Kristi Noem saying, we're going to send more out. We're going to quail these domestic tea groups.
Right.
This is terrifying, right? I feel Jolly because he is. I was actually just watching Jolly today on Don, and he was pointing out all the people that are these Schnazis coming out of these detention centers, and they don't care. They love the power. These people are these Proud Boys. They're finally getting their one back. And this goes back from not just voting. This is from not punishing the Confederacy. You already know this, Good Trouble. You know this. These people need to be punished. Yeah. I'm not talking about revenge. I'm not talking about just blind rage. I'm talking about true justice.
Right.
We need to make sure that these people understand that their ideologies, their way of life is harmful to everyone. Everything they touch, they don't even care that their loved ones are suffering. There's something wrong with America.
Yeah.
There's something that voting cannot fix, but I want them to vote because they don't need power. Right. But after that, where are we going next?
Yeah. I'm
with
you.
So if I may, Good Trouble.
Yes, you absolutely may. I just want to say, appreciate you, man. And I know that I don't know how familiar you are with this, but you did a good job. That's all that I wanted to say.
Appreciate you, A-OK. Go for it.
The one thing I refuse to give these people is my fear. And in the 1950s and 60s, when they were brutalizing black bodies as they crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge, we did not become them. We protected ourselves. We defended ourselves, but we did not become them. And I refuse to give them my dignity, my hope, my joy, because the truth of the matter is, joy on its own is an act of resistance. We must stand in this moment, but not like our enemies, because in that standing, we give the silent permission for other people to stand with us. And if you remember the 1950s and 60s, we didn't show up acting evil as they did. We locked arms, and we took the licks, not because it was a show of weakness. It was a show of strength. It showed that we were not the brutal individuals in the equation. I think what the Trump administration failed to recognize in this moment is the history of the civil rights movement. And if you don't know about James Reeb, I'd invite you to go and look him up. Renee Good has become the James Reeb of this administration. James Reeb was a Unitarian minister who was unalived by segregationists during civil rights in 1965. And that catapulted national change. The country saw the brutal tactics of an administration, of a group of people in the South that were hell-bent on making people miserable. And so while I hear that we need to defend ourselves, that doesn't mean we need to become what we despise. And so I'd invite everybody to the history lessons of Gandhi, of King, of those people like them that showed up and could defend themselves. And be clear, they defended themselves, but they did not become the people that they despised. And in this moment, we must recognize that our power does not come from picking up a weapon. Get one, have one, protect yourself. Our power comes from hope. The hope that we can lock arms, stand in solidarity, and yell back against such a brutal and immoral set of individuals that we refuse to go quietly, but they will not get from me my dignity or my hope. Not in this season. I refuse it.
Can I just co-sign what James said? And I want to do it in a way, first of all, eloquently put, well put. I agree with you. And sometimes I said this to a friend of mine earlier. There's like certain minutia of a protest that never makes it to the internet. It's that kind of minutia where, like, if you're not involved in the protests, like, you don't know about it. Does that make sense? These are not the things we record and talk about. And one of those minutia is that we have the conversation, kind of sort of what James just said. That being this, sometimes, actually, I should say oftentimes, resistance is simply non-compliance to the nth degree, right? Like, we'll be at a protest, say here in Minneapolis, because I'm just using it because it's at the forefront of my mind. We'll be at the protest at the Whipple Federal Building here in Minneapolis, and the fucking cops say, "Guys, go back to the sidewalk." Now, the common sense, I'm neutral, apolitical growl would say that's easy. Just go back to the sidewalk, not a big deal. But the truth is, we say no. We say no because every single act of noncompliance, while not violent, while not this big sweeping action, while not changing the world, it's important because every time you comply to their small demands, you've moved that Overton window just a little bit, to James's point. And I agree with that. And we have these conversations at protests. Like, this literally happened yesterday. they came out and said, go to the sidewalk. And myself and several other people were like, hey, and by the way, when they said go to the sidewalk, a lot of people went to the sidewalk. And myself and a lot of people were like, hey, fuck that. Yeah. We're not going to the sidewalk, right? These are quote unquote federal agents. God, I use that term loosely, but they're federal agents. They don't have authority over the fucking road. The Hennepin County Sheriff does. And we know that. They don't know that we know that. We know that. So you can't tell us to get off the road. Only the Hennepin County Sheriff's Department can do that, and they're not here. So the answer to your your demand is no, we're not doing that. And so I agree with James. It's not always about picking up a weapon. It's not always about violent civil disobedience. It's about understanding the nuance and complexities of how nonviolent civil disobedience works. And also, to James's point, we know how it works because the black and brown civil rights leaders of our lifetime have told us. And if we just listened to them, we wouldn't even fucking be here.
And I was And if I could, just real quick, I hope I didn't come off as saying like I was telling anybody like arm themselves. I hope that was not how it's coming across, because I'm a nonviolent person. I personally, I have, the last year or so has definitely changed my perspective on a few things, but I feel like the thing that, if my end goal is to try to find ways to preserve life as much as possible, I think that we should be trying to raise the quality of life. I feel putting people in harm's way or advocating for violence is probably not going to be I think that's kind of like, counterproductive. I want people to I want people to keep doing what they're doing, but just keep their head on a swivel when it comes to people, to the people who are drunk on power, right? Like, these people are willing to most likely sacrifice themselves for just a lick of Donald Trump's boot, or to get praise from someone like Stephen Miller, or to get a pat on the back from Bovino. These people are looking for attention. They love the spotlight, right? And at the end of the day, I agree with James. I agree with you, Jolly. I feel like that is what they want. They want us to act out of violence. They want us to feel and be just like them. They want us to, be just angry citizens that are just going to be roped up in their constant battle of who can be the most grotesque and the most evil. I don't want that for us. I truly just want, at the end of the day, when the dust settles, when we do vote for and we are at the polls, I want people to actually think, what do we want for the future? Because this is not the first time that this has happened and that this has been an assault on our democracy. But we've been trying to tell people this for the longest time, that if we don't do something about these Christian white nationalists, these people who just are extremely, they're accelerists. They just want to sabotage everything that we do. They think that we have been working so hard. They think that we take off the cast that we've been working to mend this broken wound for the last hundreds of years. They keep thinking that, oh, well, things have changed. Now they're more towards white people. It's hurting more white people now. This rhetoric where that the tides have changed and all this. I really want something to change. I don't want to just vote and then Donald Trump's out of office and then we did
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, to speak to this, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think you're doing a good job. To speak to this, Republicans conservatives mistakenly read the Democrats' poll numbers as low, saying like this is why they lost this election. And it's partly true, but it's also because they are in the face of this, in the face of what he did in 2020, they were completely fucking impotent. And we are here in part because of the Democrats' inability to act. and exactly what you're talking about, which is righteous and correct judgment and punishment for the crimes that he did, and to capitalize on the sort of wishy-washy say anything if it benefits them in their ability to stay in power Republicans who were in the weeks following the insurrection completely on board with punishing Donald Trump and kicking him off of social media and like making sure that and then emboldened by Donald Trump's return are of course have their tongues so far up his ass that like we can't see any daylight. And so to your point, the Democrats are deeply unpopular because they have been like at every turn completely fucking impotent and hopelessly weak in the face of the most existential threat we've ever faced. And we can, if we are able to vote them in and remove some Republican power out of our government, we must protest them as fervently as we are protesting the Republicans going forward. We need to vote for them and then be up their fucking ass the next day, right? We need to be all over them, demanding what we want out of our representatives, and we haven't done that. It's not our fault. This is not on us that fascism fucking took over here necessarily, but it is going to be on us to continue to fight viciously for what we need the Democrats to do, because they won't do it themselves. And so, yeah, I think I hear you, and I'm 1,000,000% with you. But the one way to do that right now is to like try one last time, I think, because if we don't, we got to find a nice village in Italy for all of us to move to. You know,
I'm gonna be quiet after this and let Tokyo go, but I absolutely agree. I will never. I personally believe that you'll never. I'll always say vote. I think the Democrats will always be 100% better option than the Republicans. I honestly think it's better voting for a Democrat than to like not vote at this point in time. Like it's just very risky, you know. So. Yeah. I absolutely, I think at that point in time, I think that if we really want to have faith in that system, then we have to put the faith back into that system, right? We can't just throw it to the wind after we get somebody in office. So I absolutely, 100%, I agree with you what you mean.
Correct.
Let me say one thing before Tokyo go. God, Tokyo, please don't hate me. I know it's your turn. It's so much Tokyo's turn right now. Fucking, but listen, I want to say
black women as usual, Jolly.
Yeah,
my name is Terry. My name is Terry. I'm going to change my name, y'all.
I'm sorry.
But, it's social media. We read the first part. That's how it works. But listen, people call me Jolly. My name's Russell. But hang on. Watch. Let me say one thing. To Ayo's point, I don't think you have to vote or you have to fight to get Democrats to vote, right? So to counter your point, I don't need to fight to get Democrats to vote. The actual fight is to make it possible for us to vote. Yeah. And that's the part of the conversation we can't lose. Like between now and November 2026, which is only 10 months from now, we don't have to fight to get people to vote. We have to fight to make sure people can vote, because that's their goal, is to rig this bitch. Because if it's a free and fair election and all things are equal, bro, the Republicans lose 3-1, I promise you. However, Donald Trump, let's stop giving that bitch credit. Stephen Miller, Russell Vought, Peter Thiel, Stephen Bannon, their goal is to make sure 2026 is not all things equal, is not free and fair. And if they get it their way, we can't vote. Whether you want to vote or not, it won't fucking matter. So I hear what you're saying, brother. 100% salute you. This isn't an attack on you, because I don't think that anything you've said has been wrong. But it's not a fight to get people to vote. It's a fight to get people to be able to vote. My bad.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree 100%, brother.
Appreciate you, Jolly.
I'm going to get down, y'all. Thank you for having me up.
Thanks, dude. Good to meet you.
Jolly, you're absolutely right. I just have three things to say, and then I'll get out of the way. So, number one, if you go to my YouTube, and GT, I hope you won't mind my saying it because I want to get people to know. One of the things I think that white Americans in general, even the ones who are absolutely well meaning, y'all don't remember what the civil rights movement did in circumstances that were as bad and worse than these. And you may sit at home and say, oh, it couldn't have been worse. Honey, trust me. Trust me.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the ovaries. Well, I don't have ovaries anymore, but I don't think I have the courage to handle what my parents did. I was a little kid and went on the March on Washington in a carriage. I am very old, but I will tell you that the level of courage was equaled by the level of fear. Okay? The level of courage was equaled by the level of fear. My aunts, my aunt Lillian, my cousins who are all crazy, but they went and they did what they needed to do. People getting hit with all kinds of absolutely horrendous stuff. I'm not saying now is easy. It's easy for me. I got distance privilege. Y'all could tell me to shut up because I'm in Tokyo because of my health. So I totally understand if you go, Terry, you're not in the streets. Were I there, my ass would be not only in the streets, and this is the second part that I want to just mention. We up to now have been living in a lot of silos. Somebody said that before. There's white silos where everybody you see around you either looks like you or they're mowing your lawn. Okay, that can't stand anymore. I can't stand anymore, y'all. I know it's hard and you don't want to, y'all are good folks, so you don't want to like call up your nearest black, I won't say relative or whoever, right? I know you don't want to be in the way or whatever it is. Fine. Then it's time to study because we left, meaning my ancestors and my contemporaries. I mean, rest in peace, Claudette Colvin. She was going to be the civil rights movement's Rosa Parks, but her skin was too dark. She just died yesterday. So believe me, you have stuff. I'm sorry, GT. I know this is long. I'll try and speed it up.
That's not what I was saying. I was sighing because of the idea that a civil rights hero died yesterday. Like people lose sight of the idea that it was like not that fucking long ago.
Exactly. I was in a carriage in the March on Washington. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
And I'm not 150 years old, much as you might think I am. So this is not unprecedented.
Yeah.
This is not, oh my God, it's not unprecedented. It's fucking precedented, y'all.
Yeah.
But here's our opportunity. And Jamal preaches, and he does a much better job than I do. But I will simply say, the first thing is the civil rights movement, it should be our watchword. Can you imagine Dr. King and Rosa Parks with the internet and what they could have done?
True.
Right?
True.
So let's be in fear. I fear for y'all. I'm trying to come back to America in June. People are telling me not to go, but fuck that, I'm going. But all I'm saying, oh, sorry, Jamal. I don't like to curse in front of him. No, I don't care about you. I don't want to curse in front of Jamal. But the thing is, the fear is horrible. It feels bad. And y'all, God bless all of y'all pale people, but you're not used to it. I love you like my brothers and sisters, which you are, but you're not used to living in fear.
It's true.
And that's the reality. And thank goodness you haven't had to, because now you can take that amazing, what do we say? The confidence of a mediocre white man, right? Well, y'all are not mediocre, right?
I am white, though.
No, you're not. Yeah, but I can't do anything about that. But you are not mediocre in any way. If you're on this live and you're not a MAGA, you're not mediocre. You're the creme of the crop, motherfuckers. Oops, Jamal, I'm sorry. But my point being, the fear is absolutely fine. It's horrible, but it's fine. But the courage has to be as much.
Yeah.
And part of where you get the courage is you learn what happened to the people who had this happen to them before.
Right.
My third point, GT, I'm going to promote it. I got to promote it. Don't yell at me. Eyes on the prize. I've been talking about this for like a year. It's happening. Please go to where should you go? Oh, yeah, go to YouTube and look for Tokyo Terry because actually my name is Terry. But look for Tokyo Terry, Terri. Go to my YouTube. I have an announcement there. All you need to do is make sure you find your library card. Watch episode 1, season 1, and then on Saturday morning in Tokyo time, I gave the times for all the rest of you folks in other places. For my birthday, consider it a birthday present, because the 17th is my birthday. We're going to discuss it. We have 3 things to discuss. What stood out for you and what those folks were going through? What were some of the strategies and tactics, right? And the other thing is, what can we take from there into now? That's what I want.
Where are we
I'm
discussing it?
sorry. We're discussing it on my YouTube.
What? Okay, great.
Yeah, so all you do is go to Tokyo Terry to my YouTube, and the links are there. GT, if you want to discuss it here, I'm happy.
I
I
would
am
love.
ready to.
I would
would
love to
love to
participate.
do it here.
Saturday
I'd
we're
love to
gonna
do it
be
here.
we're gonna be in
You in
Chicago,
Chicago, right?
Brenna and I. But I think I'd love to carve out some time because
I
of how
love
much
you
I
to do
promised
it.
to do this with you. So
Honey, I didn't. You have too many things going on in your
no, no,
life,
no,
and
no,
I'm
no,
not trying to hand you another one. But
no. It's
this
fine.
needs to happen. This
Yeah.
needs to happen, and I'll tell you why I've been so crazy to do this. Because black people, brown people, white people, I won't say purple people because I fucking hate when Karens do that. Um, we are the hope of a multicultural America. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
We are the hope of a multicultural America. And if we become the America that our stupid founding fathers came up with but didn't know how to follow through, because many of them suck, we don't suck.
Many of them
So
suck.
we have the opportunity. We have the opportunity to make the America that we should have been all along, y'all.
True.
We have the opportunity. Let's begin.
True.
All right, you let me down, honey. I never know how to go.
Are you in a rush?
No, I'm not in a rush.
So
You don't
stay.
have to get rid of me, but you have other people.
Fucking stay. You do this
And
every
Brenna-
time.
well,
You do this
Brenna
every
will-
time for years. You're like, let me go, and then you stay for another 2 hours. Just stay. We'll make-
No, you're addictive. You're addictive. Don't blame me. Anyway, I'll be quiet now.
Jamal, I'm sorry for your delicate ears. I don't know what how you will survive this. I've heard
When the fuck did I become a saint? I mean, I probably curse more than anybody else.
I was gonna
here.
say I've seen
No,
some crazy
honey.
shit
No,
Jamal said.
honey.
Anyway,
Yes, I have so much respect for him, and he reminds me of my cousins who are all quite religious, and that's why I'm all like, oh, sorry.
yeah, they think you're fine. Ladies up top, how are you, Brenna?
Hi, I'm Maddie.
Can I just say, classic. Just this is a apology in front of 2,100 people, Brenna. What you wrote last night was very sweet. I read every word, and then I didn't respond because I didn't have I did not in in a moment of vulnerability didn't have the I don't know what's the word, composure. I didn't have the
Don't
composure.
even worry
to
about it.
respond.
No, you didn't. There
If
was
not,
nothing
no,
to
but it
respond.
did. No. It deserved a response, and it was very sweet, and I really appreciate it. And it meant a lot, and it helped.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Okay, great. Sorry it took 24 hours for me to fucking figure out how to do it.
It's fine. Philippe texted me tonight, a couple hours ago. He's like, text Sam and tell him to go live. I was like, I can't because I was bugging him.
Because then I'll
yesterday.
triple text, and then
Yeah.
nobody wants. So
Quince
that's my
uncle.
fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi guys. I just wanted to gently correct something. I mean, I wanted to hop up and just join in general, but something that Jolly said about I agree with obviously most of what he's saying. But the one thing is this saying, oh, it's not about getting people to vote. It's about fighting so that people can vote. Because, if we get to the point and things aren't free and fair, then, that's what's the point? Or then, that we've lost it or whatever. That is not true. The fight for right now, yes, the big one is not just about getting people to vote, but the number one thing, and this is coming from experts, and I've been furiously looking. I was reading a very specific story just the other night, and I thought I saved it, and I'm trying to find it, but I can't. A perfect example of this, but people at the Center for Justice, Brennan Center for Justice, for example. People who are experts in this, even if our elections are not free and fair, the best thing we can do if our elections are not free and fair is to get even more people to participate. And that is so, so important. This idea that if we aren't confident in them being free and fair, or that we're sure that they aren't by the time they roll around, well, I guess we've lost at that point. That is not true. That is so far from the truth, guys. And I think it's really, really important that we are careful with our language in saying that we need to encourage people to show up. The best thing we can do if our elections are not free and fair is show up in numbers that can overwhelm that lack of freedom or fairness. Like, that is the most effective tactic to battle that. And so I just want to, put that.
Agree. I love that. Yeah. And also, again, I just more on that, the sort of like feel goodness of our elections. Like, I'm so bad with names. There's a dude who does a lot of stuff with like graphs and numbers. Really? On the internet? And so, but he basically, like, he broke down, we lost the North Carolina House seat. Like, we way outperformed what we should have done, but we still lost. And basically what he said was, like, if 6% of the people who showed up for the 2024 election showed up for this special election, 6% of them showed up, we would have won. We would have flipped the house. And so, like, it's that close all the time. And so if everyone who Nick Powers, thank you, Nick Powers. How do you fucking nerds? Jesus Christ. If everyone who is getting like nauseous seeing this shit shows up to vote in the midterms, 4 special elections, 4 local elections, we make a period. There are too many elections for them to rig. That's the one thing about America, is that there are, I mean, who knows what they're fucking doing, but there are too many of them that they can't rig them all. And that's kind of the fucking the thing.
Can I say, as a Minnesotan right now, actually great. It's getting fucking cold as shit out right now. Mm-hmm. Like, I can hear the wind whistling. So it's like, because it's been nice out. So, like, just to speak on everything that's been going on, like, when Christine Nome too has been saying there are vehicles were stuck in the snow, bro, there's literally not been snow on the roads. Like, it was 40 degrees. So this is nice, though. It's going to be more slipping videos coming. That's awesome. But sorry, go ahead.
Minnesota is about to become Russia World War II. Like, the ICE agents from the southern cities have no idea what it's like in Minnesota when it's negative 40.
That has been like the only highlight. Like, I genuinely get giddy when I see that shit. But going back to, like, yeah, of course, if we can like churn out voting in numbers, whatever. But like, Minnesota as a state has historically been like, our voter turnout numbers are like historically high. Our people are very educated, even in like, the midterms and local elections and stuff. And we are like the only, like one of the only blue. And so it's like, this is why this is happening here as well. So I just, I don't think that's like being actually talked about enough, like that's actually why. So
I did mention this in that like Minnesota, next to I think Massachusetts, where I'm from, is the bluest blue state there is. It's just the liberal Republic of Massachusetts. And yes, it is fully retribution for this, like there's a whole like web of deceit that is happening with like the whole.
It's insane to see. It's just being gaslit, like genuinely being somebody born and raised from here. And like I've lived in California, like I've been to all, like almost all 50 states. Like I choose to be here because it's literally like one of the best states to live in. And then the cities too. It's like, it's so clean here. We have the best community, like so it's like, what the fuck? Leave us the fuck alone. Like it's genuinely so, I don't want to go off, but I just share that with a huge audience because it's like actually what the actual fuck is going on. And then it's really maddening because I live in the northern suburbs of the Twin Cities, so maybe like 15-20 minutes away, and all of a sudden you're just like, why the because they're like Trump flags. And so it's like this weird dystopian, like how and then I'm literally seeing ICE agents 5 minutes from my house. So like what's happened? Like it's literally psychological warfare at this point. I don't even know. It's insane. I don't know.
And based in nothing, Minnesota does not have a fucking immigrant crisis.
No, we're fine. Like, what the hell?
You're almost Canada. We're
literally, like Canada. What?
Why are and so like, I'm gonna add other Jolly Good Ginger back in here.
Oh my God, it's just insanity. Like and it's so hard to see and like not engage with, like, first of all, the bot comments on things are absolutely insane. And then,
hey, top box, stop pulling on your drink on camera. That's all you got to do to stay here. That's it.
I'm pulling my eyes, my hair, bro. It's my hair.
Currently, you're doing that. You were pulling on something else, and that's what got you fucking.
Anyway. This is why.
Hey, hard not to. I'm gonna do it off camera because if you're in Minnesota like me and Jolly, you gotta be drinking.
This is why I don't do TikTok very often.
Modelo.
Okay? But okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be out because I was already out, but I was watching for funsies, and I heard what Brenna said, and I appreciate Brenna's take. And I don't think Brenna was purposely trying to misrepresent what I said. I just think that no, I'm serious. I think that Brenna's take is valid as fuck. But I want to clarify what I said. I'm 1,000% not saying don't vote if they're rigged. I'm not saying that. But I want to be clear in what I'm saying because I think it's important to fucking, get the message across. All I'm saying is our job is to make this shit free and fair, like as much as possible. And that doesn't disagree with what Brenna's saying, which is if it turns out that we don't win that fight, you still go fucking vote. 1,000% correct. But I don't want that what I was saying to be misconstrued to say if it's free and fair, don't vote. Because I never, ever once even hinted at that. And I never would. I never would. When time comes to vote, I assure you, Jolly is going to be the guy telling everybody go vote. Like, I'll never say, well, guys, I think it's not fair, so let's just stay home. Never in a million billion years on social media is Jolly going to say that. So I appreciate so fucking much what Brenna said. And because Brenna said that, it makes me think other people might think that I said what she thinks I said, and I didn't say that.
Well, I didn't say that you said you. I also, to be fair, that's not exactly what I said.
No. Well, what I mean is I worry about other people interpreting it that way. That's all I mean.
Right.
And so that's why I'm so fucking glad you said what you said. Thank you so fucking much. If you interpreted even for a second what I said as don't vote, dear fucking God, you misunderstood me. Please fucking vote. Even if ICE is at the polling stations, even if Trump is... Especially. Yeah, you're right. Especially.
Do this.
Jolly, I can tell that you've been in Minnesota for a bit because I feel like you've had a couple.
No, it's not. Honestly, I'm not even drunk. I'm tired more than anything.
No, for sure. That was
So here's
Minnesota Joe.
Did you guys hear that for sure?
Was that
for
me?
sure.
Was that
Holy.
me?
Holy.
No. The truth is,
pretend.
we got up early today because there's this one guy who a lot of people don't follow, and more people need to follow him. It's called Mercado Media.
Yeah.
This guy, you know him?
Yeah. Yep.
He's a beast. The guy knows where ICE is, and I knew that. I was like, "Hey, yo, Mercado, I want to go with you because you know where ICE is." He was like, "Bet." So me and my associate here, fucking Echo, we got up way earlier than we wanted to get up. By the way, after
By the way, it's gonna be freezing. It's gonna be freezing tomorrow if you're still gonna
it's
be
going to
here.
be -4 tomorrow. We already heard. So we got up. We went to bed at 3:00 in the morning, and then got up at 7:00 in the morning. So we had no fucking sleep, and now it's like 1:00 in the morning, Minnesota time. We're tired.
Central.
So I'm actually not drunk. I'm really fucking tired.
Go to bed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to bed right now. I was just watching your live because I was chilling.
This man sleeps the least of anybody I know.
This is a true American patriot.
The
right
only
here.
reason I'm letting Good Trouble get away with saying that is because we've hung out in like the same house and slept.
We've shared basically a bed.
Yeah, we did.
I'm going to bed, and then 2 hours later, Jolly comes back to bed, and then 2 hours before I wake up, he's already up. And I'm like, how the fuck are you running?
It's unhealthy,
He's a
brother.
squirrel.
But listen,
Jolly's a
I just wanted to
squirrel.
say, listen, on some real ass shit, because this is very minute and stupid, but it matters to me. I'm so thankful to Brenna for saying what she said because I realize now how what I said could be interpreted that way. Thank you so much, by the way. Appreciate you. No matter what the fuck happens, you goddamn vote. And I appreciate you saying that.
You goddamn vote.
You
All right, get out of
goddamn
here.
vote. Because
I just saw something in the chat.
never, ever I want what I'm saying to be interpreted as we lose anyway vote. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Goddamn
We're
do
on
it.
the same page.
So thank you, Brenna. Thank you, Sam. And fucking if you are able to get outside, get outside. Thank you.
See you Thursday. Oh.
That part. I just saw in the chat somebody said fuck voting right now, and I get it as well. As being I'm saying like being here, like that's like not real, like if you're really in this atmosphere right now, it's like, okay, what, we're gonna wait till when? Like, no, like something needs to happen like tomorrow. Like people are literally getting, it's really bad, hurt and killed. So anyway, that's all.
And I want to, if I can, just add to the whole, this idea, because I also see people in the chat who are just hopping in now, like reacting, being like, yeah, fuck voting. You can't vote your way out of this. You can't fuck voting. And guys, that's not true. However, to add to this, it's not just about now. The sad thing is there are more registered Democrats in Texas than there are Republicans, for example. And yes, it is gerrymandered to shit. Yes, there are areas where it is very, very difficult for your voice to be heard in a fair and equal way. That is already a reality in this country. But unfortunately, the like double-sided sort of evil to that is that not only is it important to talk about because we got to fix that problem. Unfortunately, a lot of people get the message from that like, well, I live in a red state or I live in a super gerrymandered state, so it's pointless. Like, well, I didn't vote. Someone I believe was your guest up here a couple nights ago, maybe last night, GT, who was like, well, I didn't vote because I live in a red state. I think it was last night.
I was in a blue state.
Or I live in a blue state, so I didn't. It doesn't matter. And that is so far from the truth. And that is part of the messaging that helps them. And I hear this so much from like engaged friends in red states. They're like, well, my biggest complaint is with my fellow, like, people on the left, Democrats and otherwise, who just don't bother to show up because they're like, what's the point? And the truth is even with the gerrymandering in Texas now, there's actually like a really good chance that they fucked themselves. That they gerrymandered too far. And it sucks that they gerrymandered, but there is a chance, and we can't let people get it into their idea that places like Texas are so gerrymandered to shit that there's no point to it, because there always will be, and there's always a chance.
100%.
It's important to push that. Yeah.
To that point too, it is the thing that they have been screaming from the rooftops, whether or not it is valid or truthful or even a little bit like correct, which is they have a mandate. America delivered a mandate, and like just because of the popular vote, it wasn't even that they won the electoral college, which who knows, but like it is the messaging that like everyone in America was on board for that, and that's bullshit. And it is precisely because of this like thinking that allows them to sort of like act with this sort of boldness, or that's too weak a word, but like this what they're doing right now is because they think that they have been like imbued with this mandate from the majority of America, which is just not true. And so even if that's the reason you go to the polls and fucking pull that lever and just be like, no, that you need to do that, period.
I think we need not bypass this past election. And the same people that are saying fuck voting right now are the same people that told you not to vote this past election. And I won't be taking lectures on liberation from folks with fucking bangs and blue hair that haven't marked. Yeah, not you, Brenna. Your hair's not blue. So
Brenna was that cartoon meme. She was just like,
right. So I think the same people that invited you not to vote this past election because they were supporting the Starving Children of Africa Fund. If you haven't seen The Help, you should watch it and get the juxtaposition.
100%.
This online fucking mission work that promised a revolution that's still in the oven baking, it must be an easy bake oven, are the same people that are now sitting around telling you from their fucking cameras, born of a G-side in the Congo, that you somehow shouldn't vote because voting doesn't matter and the whole system is broken and blah, blah, blah. They are hopeless, miserable individuals that are not interested in the safety, security, or hope of people. They are okay with what is happening to our Latina brothers and sisters in the street as they are drugged from churches to a fucking mini concentration camp. They are okay setting aside the suffering of people that can't get HIV, AIDS, antiretroviral drugs anymore through USAID. They're okay burning food. They are not interested in trying to help anyone. So if you are under the sound of my voice, you need to be knocking on people's doors when it's election time and saying, come with me. And there might be people there. Jolly said, they might bring people to the polls and try to dissuade people from voting. I think we forget that less than 80 years ago, people were swinging from trees because they decided to vote. They were having their cars boomed. They less than 80 years ago. And I would rather die on my feet than live on my knees and avoid a voting box because some
100%.
account online that because they ran out of pillows at the pillowcase sale with the 3 holes in it, they've decided to make a faceless profile and threaten and discourage and dissuade people from voting. I want you all to go and knock on doors in every trailer park, hood, and fucking homeless encampment in this country and take somebody to the polls with you because we owe it to every single one of us to hope. And that hope is grounded and rooted in standing at the polls together in November. Sorry.
Are you guys?
I agree. And I do have to say too, I feel like I have a really not unique, like not to like elevate it and make myself seem like whatever, but so my mom is mixed, black and white. My grandparents, my grandpa's black, my grandma's white. And so I'm like, I look white as hell. It's pale as it's Minnesota right now, right? So I've grown up around black folks, and like my grandpa, for example, got arrested for being in a car with my white grandma. Like, I get this shit, you know what I mean? Like, I obviously don't look like I get this shit, but I get this shit. And it's like, I totally understand what you're saying. And I feel like my generation, so I'm 25, right? Like, I feel like I need to work on a way to message and actually like market the fact of like making isn't how it seems. You know what I mean? Like, go vote. Like, it needs to be like, I don't even know how to like verbalize what I'm saying, but I'm going to figure it out. So I just have to share that.
Vote so that people don't get their ass whipped by ICE. That might be a good.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't, but guess what? Some people my age don't even care about that either.
Mads, you're very young. I remember 25 vaguely, way back in the Stone Ages. But I will say, media can be helpful sometimes.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously not glued to the screen all the time, but just like for example, I bet a lot of them read. I bet a lot of your friends read more than we older people think they read, right? One of the things I'm doing right now is I joined a James Baldwin book club, and Baldwin is very, very helpful for young folks.
Okay.
Seriously. There's a book he did called Your First Protest.
Oh.
And there's a bunch of other things that he's done. I tried to join you, but I don't have enough followers. I'm following 10,000 people, and TikTok won't let me follow any more people because I don't have 10,000 people.
I'm mostly on Instagram. I'm not even like a big, I'm not even like a big following whatsoever. The reason that I have even this many followers on TikTok is because of my little brother. I don't know if that's what you mean.
No, not at all. I just want to know where to send you the information about the book.
Instagram's
better? Okay.
MADDY.
MADDY.
Like hammer nails. Yeah.
You got it.
I feel like too, so like you said, people my age read, and for me though, like I feel like I could even get it because like I'm somebody who reads. Most people my age don't read, but I feel like I could be able to put it into like an Instagram, like make like the information into a digestible form for our attention spans are so cooked. It's actually insane.
Well, if there's a series on TV that's all like, I keep hearing this thing about heated.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Lesbians? No.
Heated Lesbians is a different
rivalry.
Heated Lesbians is a different show.
Somebody's heated. Apparently, somebody's heated. And apparently, a lot of those folks are young people. So when you want to put, I'm not gonna. Obviously,
really a great series. Honestly.
Can I just tell you something? As a boy who grew up in playing hockey since before he could remember, who spent a lot of time in Minnesota lacing them up.
Oh, really?
Hockey is the gayest fucking thing.
What's the gayest thing ever? I dated so many hockey players. Gayest.
I mean, their butts are beautiful, but I don't think
the whole the whole culture is the most homoerotic fucking the entire thing.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Every single guy in high
this is
school?
mostly in retrospect, but like there's a lot of locker room. There's a lot of like, yeah, dude.
Maddie, you have a really fantastic affect on video.
Oh, thank you. I
really
appreciate that.
Encourage you to just get yourself into doing little.
I'm scared of it, but this is honestly really helpful, and I feel like
you're comfortable. I mean, I would watch you. I'm not in that age group, and I don't know what the heated rivals are upset about.
I wouldn't talk about that right now. I don't think. Okay. And I look like I've been not sleeping for a week, which I haven't. So
it doesn't matter. Hey, we have Olivia come up here, and my God, the things that are said. So, go for it. I think you would be beautiful on camera.
Well,
and you
thank
would
you
really
so
be
much.
Compelling. I think you should do it.
You're doing great right now.
Thank you.
Really are.
BT, can I make a closing salvo because I have to be asleep? This is my final thought for the day, and this is going to sting for some people, and if it stings, you should investigate why it stings for you. Okay. Renee Good deserves to be alive. So too do the 33 other individuals, like Leo Cruz Silva, who was unalived in ICE custody. And if in this moment you weren't paying attention, you didn't see, if you didn't see the 33 other people that were unalived, but in this moment, when you saw a white woman get unalived, which she shouldn't have, and you are disgusted, then you have some unpacking to do. And I invite you to unpack whatever it is that has made you believe that you need to see someone like you suffer to care. Keith Porter Jr. also lost his life. And that isn't me saying you're a bad person because you didn't. It is a reminder, an invitation to constantly unpack how you exist in this world and what privilege looks like. I invite you to be cognizant of how to change this country. And I think that is grounded in hope and love, right? That is being able to see a person in the fullness of their right to live and to engage in resistance because they've lost their life unfairly, not because they look like you, not because they worship like you, not because they're your friend. Mamie Till, I said this several times in your live before, who was the mother of Emmett Till, said after Emmett was unalived in a speech, when something bad happens to one of us, it had better be the business of us all. And in this moment, we need to show up for one another. We need to show up in love. Joy is an act of resistance. Ignore the people that want you to be fearful, because there is somebody somewhere that loves you. And if you haven't heard it today from anybody else, because it is such a dark time, then this bald-headed, bearded fella on this end of the phone loves you, because that's free. In the same way that they freely pass out hate, I can freely pass out love. So I'll digress because I'm going to fall asleep here in a second. But you are all appreciated and valued.
I was just going to say, you're appreciated here.
Thank you so much.
Love me. You would love you, man.
Love.
You're essential. You're essential.
You want to drop me, GT?
Thanks, kid.
Thank you. All right.
None of us know how to drop. No, I mean, is it
how
only
to
the black
leave.
people?
I don't. How do I leave? Actually, I'm not. I can't see it. Actually,
I want that on a T-shirt.
I'm sorry. I screwed up the whole energy. James is exactly right.
No, I think that's the same. No, hey, joy is an act of resistance. That's the whole thing.
That is it. And this is the joy we got to take with us everywhere, including Chicago and everywhere else. Here is one thing I want to say, because I will actually go, because I'm sure other people want to come up.
I'm going to go soon, too.
I'll go soon.
No,
they're probably like, who the fuck is this bitch? But anyway. Sorry.
No.
The thing, people are saying things about me that are not. I know about Minnesota because I used to work for Prince. That I only know Chanhassen. So
okay,
and that place
what
place is
what
the hell? Cold
our Prince
to live. Do you understand me? Oh yeah, honey, I'm a huge. I was.
Did you hear what he said? He said he likes it here because it keeps the bad people out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he's right.
He's rolling in his grave right now.
He was right. Oh, well, we better hope he doesn't come back. But anyway, he's a Jehovah's Witness. They're going to stay. But here's the thing. If you just go to, stop making faces. I'm sorry. This is why I'm an atheist.
This is all over the road. Keep going.
Here's what I'm saying.
Keep going.
Eyes on the prize. Yeah. Eyes on the prize. Let me come back to the point. So what's going to happen is you will go to YouTube, the YouTubes, and you will look for Tokyo Terry, like my name. I hope y'all can see it. TOKYO. And then I'm a TERRI because I'm a girl. Yes, we did have a rest in peace, Claudette Colvin, whoever that was. And she would be very happy about us doing this. Please make sure you, if you can, watch the movie, season 1, episode 1 before the discussion, because we can't do it together because of streaming and copyright. So I put on, if you look at the link at the top of my little description, it says to go to my Patreon. Just look at that page, and there's all these different places where you can see it. If you have a library card, which I hope to fuck you do. So if you don't have a library card, there may be other options. I've given you a couple of search options, but I don't want to get arrested here with the Japanese copyright police. So if you get into trouble, my contact information is there. Just text me. And on Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Tokyo time, and I've given the time zones as well. We will get together on my YouTube, and we will go live. I will go live, and we will talk about it. Let's talk about this episode and what you felt and what you learned and what we can take from what they did to what we're in the middle of now. And let's come together instead of letting these assholes rip us apart. What? Oh, why are you playing that?
And I've been
Why are you playing that?
Who's this woman?
Why are you playing that? Nobody asked you to play that. No one needed to see that wave.
Bottom square. If you don't,
I'm a trained singer, honey.
you just said.
What are you doing this? Pain in the neck? Nobody told you to do that.
Pain in the neck.
Accept praise. That's incredible.
That's why I don't have children. But
19. Wait,
anyway.
hang on. 19 years ago, you posted
right.
that?
That's right. That's an old weave. Yeah. I've been on YouTube. I
You
don't know why
posted
you're
this
all laughing.
19 years ago?
I've been on YouTube since YouTube started, y'all.
You are an OG.
Hang
I'm
on.
a
Everybody, can you just do me a favor right now? This woman. No. Hey, shush.
I didn't tell you could do that.
Shush. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I forgot where I was for a second. You go follow Tokyo Terry on YouTube. I don't know why I haven't done this yet.
You are a pain in the neck.
It's at Tokyo Terry.
That's a long time ago. But
here's the thing. No, it's not for that singing video.
Trained
it's for the
music.
rest of this.
That's why.
That's very. Would you just accept friggin' gee whiz down there?
It. Come on, T.
You give me shit all the time, don't you, about this?
I'm sorry. I do. I'm sorry. Thank you very much.
And yeah, go support our friend Terry. And I'm gonna figure out what time zone that is.
I would love you and also Jolly if y'all can be together. Oh no, I can tell you the time zone. Chicago, right?
In Chicago, yeah.
I'll put the time zone up on the YouTube description. So that's no problem at all. I have Rio, I have London, because who the fuck knows who knows where everybody is?
James is gone and he doesn't swear at all. So that's
no, I'm trying to be a better person this year. Okay.
I think swearing is probably part of 2026, but
yeah.
Man, you should hear me at home in my little apartment. F-bombs, honey. So I'm going to go. Remember, Saturday's my birthday. So this is my birthday present that we show up.
I'll be there.
We actually all talk about the civil rights movement and what we can learn together. Okay.
Episode 1.
I don't want to hear anything else. Just make sure you watch it. If you get into any trouble, jump on my Patreon and just send me a note or something, or send me something somehow. I'm Tokyo Terry everywhere.
Deal.
Please. All right. I love all of you who are good, and MAGA, I don't give a shit about you. Okay, now you can let me down.
Yeah.
Bye, Terry.
Bye, baby.
Mads, really great to meet you. Thanks for.
So nice to meet you too. Thanks for giving me a little platform to share a little random glimpse of some.
We liked it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Maddie Carpenter. That's it. MADDY.Carpenter on Instagram. I'm not really a big activist or anything, but I think it's getting to that point. So
there you go.
Yeah. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good night. Stay safe.
Oh, sorry. Appreciate you.
Rude.
They do that. I don't know. I have terrible depth perception. and I just hover over the thing because I don't want it to be awkward, and then I always hit it by accident, and then I always have to apologize. Follow Terry. Hey guys, she's still listening, but like, just do me a favor and go follow our friend. 19 years on YouTube. That's fucking
crazy.
insane.
That is crazy.
I didn't even know that it was around that long.
I think wasn't it created in like 2007 or something? So that'd be literally she's a trailblazer, literally.
Yeah,
That's amazing. All right, I'm gonna go
2005. I'm excited. I hear you peppering in a little defeatism pregame into this. Talk.
Yeah, can you tell I'm rehearsing? God, I texted.
No, it's good. I think it's you got to work on that tight five. I like it. I was like, this is new information coming from Brenna.
No, it's not. I've come up here.
No,
and
but
talked
like
about
specific voter that one statistic. It was like, this is coming. I was like, I know where this is coming from, but I liked it.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to. I mean, that's how I found that story, and I'm looking so desperately. I could have sworn I like saved it, and I was like, I'm gonna include this in my thing, and now I can't find it, so I guess I'm not.
I found
I
out
will
that
say-
I might. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
Sorry, if you're trying to get off, I get it, but I'm also gonna. You cut it short yesterday, so you're gonna have to
did.
make the people.
Well, it's 12:17, so I have 1 day left to accomplish. I have, I think, 4 deliverables tomorrow, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but we're going to try in between a haircut and hopefully an exercise. So, and a live, and a clean. So tomorrow's a big day, so I'm going to actually go to bed. But what was I going to say to you just now?
Oh, you got 4 videos to film.
Anyway, I just have to.
Videos on your phone.
Anyway, wow. Maybe climb back down off that high horse, would you please? I might be. I don't know the details of this because for reasons, but I think I might be on a panel now with the boys at the Jam Fund, or not Fund. I keep saying Jam Fund, Jam Podcast, JAAM, JJ William J and his brother and 2 other amazing dudes. They're in Chicago. I think they're on board, and I think we're going to be on a panel together. About what? I have no idea.
I thought we were on a panel together, but I don't know. I think at one point I was speaking before our panel, but I'm not sure if that's still the thing.
Maybe it's that panel.
Maybe it is.
I remain terrified that I'm going to have. Did you watch the Nick Shirley interview with Channel 5 News?
Which one is the Channel 5 one?
Channel 5 is it. I'll show you.
I saw the one where he was like, "What do you mean by benevolent?"
Benevolent. That guy is a very good creator. He goes by Channel 5 News, and like it's like a consortium, but he's
That was
like
him?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
And so like my biggest fear in all of this is doing a panel or an interview or a podcast, and they're gonna find out that I'm actually Nick Shirley.
Oh Jesus!
Is so like that it's the veil will drop and everyone's gonna be like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot, and I think that is a reality for me that I have to, and like people are no. That's legit, and I think especially when the veil drops faster when you are put up against people who know what they're talking about. Brenna, JJ, like nowhere is it clear that one of these things is not like the other, and I think that's something I'm scared
Can I
about.
propose an alternative framing of it? And I'm gonna go with your assumption. You're not an idiot, obviously, but let's just say you are, right? And I don't know. Again, let's just fucking, for the
I'm
sake
with
of
it. Yeah.
debate. You follow me? And so I don't know if I'm speaking before your panel or not, but like one of the things, originally they wanted me to talk for like a kind of a long time. I'm like, I don't know that I got that much in me. I'm a yapper. Maybe I do. But like one of the points I originally wanted to hit 2 weeks ago when I was like, yeah, no defeatism, as opposed to this week where I'm like,
Oh God, yeah.
was like everyone has a role to play. You and I have talked about this, whether it's the photographer, whether it's the Hilton that canceled those people, whether it's the people outside the Hilton right now with the drums. So let's say, yeah, you're an idiot. Like you can speak to the fact that like your role doesn't require special education. It doesn't require special skills. Like you can be like, again, I'm going off of your premise.
I like it.
That's, the whole, and just what Mads said before she hopped down, she was like, I mean, I'm not like really like a real activist. And I would love nothing more than for us to move away from this, like this framing of how we view activism and stuff. And this is something I was like trying to film this documentary the summer before the election with these activists. I was like embedded with them. I've talked about it. And my whole goal was to be like, I want to share these like more direct activist tactics with people so that it feels more accessible. So people stop thinking of like, oh, activism is something that an activist with a capital A does.
Sure.
Because it's not, you don't have to be a special type of person to be part of the resistance. You don't. It's in fact like, we can't rely on activists with a capital A. Like it's the whole point is that we are all, resistors. It's not about activism so much as it's about resistance. And if it's dragging your feet on some paperwork when it's going to fuck them up, there you go. That's some resistance, baby. Like,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Great.
if you feel stupid, just be like, well, I did that on purpose just to illustrate that even stupid people.
This is actually a character that I'm portraying, and I'm actually pretty smart, but like,
Actually, yeah.
what do you mean by benevolent? What do you mean by the word benevolent? Like, I hope that you. Oh God, I can't.
You know what?
There's a
On
line.
that.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're saying something. I'm not trying
No,
to.
I wasn't.
He was on Pierce Morgan. He was on a fucking. Did you see this?
Yeah.
What the fuck are people doing?
Did you
normal
ever watch?
acting like he's a fucking journalist.
Did you ever watch? Oh God, Silicon Valley. You remember Big Head, who just kept getting promoted.
Vaguely.
That was the shtick with one of the characters, was that like he kept deeply failing upward until he was like a CEO. And he just like kept getting, by accident, like just in the bureaucracy of big tech, they just kept promoting him. And then eventually he was just CEO of a company. And like he was a fucking idiot, didn't know what he was doing. Nick Shirley was it was like the Bulwark and the fucking, head to toe weird conservative.
Lawyer conservative.
A lawyer conservative, and Nick Shirley in a white t-shirt and my headphones, and you're just like, how the fuck did this guy get on here? Yes, exactly. Yes, as far as like, but here's the beauty about that. He's such a fucking moron that he should have imposter syndrome but doesn't. And like he doesn't have this self-awareness to have imposter syndrome, and he needs to, because he's a fucking charlatan imposter, and that makes me mad, because like I am cursed with self-awareness apparently, and he doesn't, and he's just out here living life and making shit up, and it's crazy, dude. He's one of the dumbest people I've ever seen. Like, and I've seen so many dumb people.
Zero exaggeration there. Like,
so dumb. Like, sorry, I'm so sorry, but like the conversation where he was having with Channel 5 was like, I was really pissed. Do you see this? I was really pissed that you didn't say anything about Charlie Kirk. And he was like, well, I did have this interview with this guy, and I kind of talked about that a lot. And he was like, well, I didn't watch that. And he's like, well, that's where I said it. And he was like, I just did. I couldn't because you didn't say anything about Charlie Kirk. He was like, I did say something in that interview. And he's like, well, I didn't see that. And I was like, I want to run through a window right now. Like you are the dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen. And people are all around are just wearing this Virgins merch, making fun of how dumb someone else is, the Leering Center, making fun of how they don't know what words are. And this idiot who speaks one language kind of is out here like gaining the support of other literal fucking more. Anyway.
Yeah,
And it's his fault Renee Good's dead, which is, I'm just going to hang that around his neck.
And the fact that TPS just got suspended for Somalis, and he's the pretense. And the scary thing about what you just described about him being like, well, you didn't say it. I didn't see that, so you didn't say it. Like, that is not even specific to him, because the number of conversations you and I like, I'm sure, have both had way back when people were like, well, Kamala didn't have any policy. She had fucking 80 pages of it on her website.
Yeah.
Did you ever even bother going there to see what her policy might be? The irony being that Donald Trump like actually didn't. His whole the Republican Party policy or platform, like officially in terms of like showing the actual outlines, other than him just like yelling out random shit that he was claiming he was going to do, that was not it. Like the Republican Party platform was like, we support Donald Trump. That was it. Like,
still is. To this day is like, use this support for this guy as policy.
Yeah. But there's this idea, they're like, if they didn't see it, if it didn't get shoved in front of their face
I know.
by someone else doing all the fucking work for them, which is why they're so easy to manipulate, and which is why the algorithms are fucking us up, because all you need to be is the delivery mechanism, I guess, for these fuckwits who don't know how to go and find information. They don't even know how to ask themselves, I wonder if this information exists, like,
Or is true at all.
And that's literally how we ended up with the Somali daycare. Sorry, last thing. Literally, that David dude called this guy up and was like, let me hand you all this information. He did zero vetting on that information. Clearly, his entire source was one dude that he was like walking around with, never fucking asked, what are these documents? Where did you get these documents? Can I verify these documents? Like, no piece of that. It was just like, this dude said he has researched it. Turns out he's a fucking lobbyist. Like, I can't.
Yeah, and the day that this video drop coincided with the Epstein files being fucking and then signal boosted on a website that one of them owns, and this and that was the other thing he was just like, yeah, I don't know, it was just the most popular thing, and like, you are the clearest useful idiot that they have just chosen. With all of the dark money in the entire world just funnels straight into your colon and put you on a fucking flagpole, and you're just like, oh, I'm the best journalist. It's literally idiocracy. Like, they chose him because he could not think of the possibility of him being used as like a political pawn. He is the most useful fucking moron. And
yeah. And by the way, like, now that we're talking about this, someone needs to be, unfortunately, there's so many things where I'm like, someone needs to do this, because like we have faces and like we exist on the internet. I would love it if someone started taking advantage of how little research these fucking people do and started being the David of that, where you start calling up idiots like this dude and be like, yo, I have all this proof for this crazy corruption scandal, you know, and like, you know, whatever it is, obviously, like, I mean, it could be also it could be real shit. You know what I mean? It could be real stuff, but like, show him the stuff about like Republicans and whatnot, and like, just frame it in a way that like scratches some itch for them. You know what I mean?
Damn.
But like, whatever, and just get in there and start hijacking those information channels, which is what they're relying on.
Frame it as Democratic fraud or whatever, a scandal, and then send them up a Republican's butt because of all the criminals crime that they're doing, and then have them.
I bet they wouldn't. Yeah, I bet they wouldn't even Google what someone's party was. I can almost guarantee it.
Funny. I'm in. Hey, hello. She wants attention. What do you want? Hello. All right.
Hi.
I'm going to bed. Appreciate you. I'm excited to hang out.
Me too. I'm fucking
don't be
scared.
that enthusiastic. You're gonna do
No,
so good.
I'm so excited. I'm
You
nervous.
just
I'm
did-
starting to get nervous about I don't even know. I don't know what is this? I'm
You just
gonna
gave
stand
me
around
this
and talk
whole
to
fucking
people in a fucking room.
rigmarole about fitting in. You're gonna do so good, and everybody's there for you anyway.
Oh, shut up. Oh, shush. Did you add the link to your? Because they didn't send it to us. Apparently, like 900 people have already RSVP'd.
Oh, nice. No, I haven't. They asked me to do the like little blurb.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
like a video saying I'm gonna be here. Whatever.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I couldn't in the moment. I haven't said this to them yet, but I was just like, I'm not gonna do that because, I tend to like if I have a full body cringe at an idea, I'm not gonna participate. And so I think, especially with everything going on, I'm just gonna be very polite and just be like, I don't think that I can do this right now. Sorry. Did you send one
should-
already?
Oh yeah. You mean like the one where they made a whole thing? Yeah, but no one's gonna see it. Firstly,
That's a
I'm
great
like at the very end of the thing, and also I don't know. I directed enough commercials to be like, yeah, most stuff is stupid.
Yeah,
It's
but
fine.
that is a great point. But also, like, I've been. I don't want to like. Sometimes my mom texts me and then sends me a Facebook message and then calls me and then FaceTimes me, and I kind of feel like that is happening a little bit. I'm getting like a signal chat and then a text message and then an email, and I kind of, as you know, I'm not good at keeping things straight, and that's a failing on my part. But there's a little bit of that going on too, where I'm just like, I don't know about this too much.
Is it virtual at all? It should be. There should be a live stream. They just set up the TikTok account, but it wasn't the one that we said the other night because someone took it as expected.
I'll bully them.
But yeah,
I'm still super excited about it, and a lot of cool people involved. Which is really cool. So,
well, what I was gonna say is, did you make a video yourself? Originally, was like, did you make a video? You should, because you're the draw. You should do that.
I'm the draw.
Yeah.
Other people are the draw. I'll make a video. I'll make a video. The one problem with this is there's just this Looney Tune named Adam Calhoun. Are you familiar?
It sounds familiar.
I made a video
videos
about
now.
this man.
Yes. Yeah, I saw it. What did he say?
He's in Chicago. He sent me a DM that said, "See you in a few weeks."
Oh dear.
And like, I don't know if he meant this weekend, but
Take a screenshot, save it. There will be security. I asked.
I was just like, I don't give a shit. Don't threaten me with a good time, dude. Come on. But I think that's not why I haven't promoted it yet. I should probably just say something tomorrow. I'll make a video. Going to Chicago with this thing.
Yeah.
Come hang out.
We can talk about this thing. Yeah.
It's a link in my bio,
Is the link in your bio?
which I'll put in my bio.
I'm trying to find it really. I'm trying to find you the account so you can. I don't know. Maybe he told me over the phone. He's fucking sick. What's the TikTok account again? So you can, because they should be live streaming it, is my thought.
I think they are. They will.
Yeah. But so people need to know who's
If
live
not,
streaming.
I'll live stream it. I think what's funny, Brenna, this thing, I have to go to bed. Oh my God. But this is a short walk, long walk. Today, like every other day, somebody was like, I hope you get shot by police in the street. And I posted they forgot to put take their name off their Threads account, which was the same as their Instagram. And their Instagram was something different. And then I went to their Threads And then it was just their name, their job, and their face. And then I was just like, here. And then they immediately backtracked and was just like, well, you should be nicer. And I'm like, you just threatened to like, anyway, I say all that because there are goons in here, as I was talking about Adam Calhoun threatening to show up and fight me. There are goons in here being like, you're scared. And I'm like, I think the disconnect between you commenting something like that from a faceless anonymous account and understanding that the real world dangers of guerrilla men who have no brains between their ears wanting to come and like physically hurt you because of words you said on the internet. And I think that there's a real disconnect between you being like thinking that you're a big shot tough guy right before I let everyone know who you are on the internet. And like then it becomes real. Then all of a sudden you understand that like this is real life. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so shut the fuck up, you coward bitch.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was a long walk, but I think
no, it wasn't. No, that's a very good. And I also want to say to the other thing, it's like, oh, you're scared. It's like, yeah, because the right is violent.
Yeah.
You guys are violent fucks. Yeah. You're not scared because the left isn't in general because we're good people and you're just trash. Like
that's a really great point. Like we don't, all this bluster. It is every accusation is a confession. You have to paint the left as some violent mob, but at the same time we occupy this like blue-haired, like soy-eating, man pussy, and like which we're trying to figure out which one is which. But it is this weird superposition that I occupy of being like this violent, murderous thug, but also full of soy. And I'm just trying to be who you want me to be, baby.
And hallmark of fascism, by the way, that your enemy is both weak and strong.
And you are somehow a victim, but also righteous.
Superior, yeah. It's the whole fucking thing.
Who got Kirk? Groyper's got Kirk.
Yeah.
I'll die on that hill for sure. Anyway, bye, Brenna.
Okay.
See you soon.
Yeah, see you soon.
I'm excited. Bye.
Bye.
Probably see you tomorrow. Yeah, great. This will be a little cathartic. Okay, ready? This guy in his bio has black, queer, Goshuit native American trans woman, and he's just a white guy. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this. Oh, he didn't accept. After all this jawing, he wanted to come up here. That's too bad. That's too bad. He was in the requests and then he fucking bitched out. That's totally shocking. Totally shocking. I'm just giving him a second. It was going to be cathartic. I was just going to have him come up. And then I was going to insult him to his face. And then I was going to kick him. So just imagine that. Imagine this like irredeemable fucking dork. Just somebody who like needs to and thrives off of like being a fucking prick to everybody. Right? Sorry. Oh, fuck you. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me? Just imagine that to have happened just now. Hey, you suck. Kick. You know? Anyway. Good night. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. What should I do? I'm getting a haircut in preparation for this thing. I think I'm going to cut it all off. I think I'm done. I think I might just bick it. Hard part. Don't clip this. I don't know. It's under a hat anyway. It's under a hat anyway. I think I'm tired of the fucking cheddar at least. I don't know. Maybe a tighter business mullet, I think. I don't know. No racing stripes? Racing stripes. Frosted tips. This is bad. This is bad advice, I think. You're just doing this on purpose now. We'll see. Perm? Yeah. Perm. Should I get racing stripes for the panel? I think so, right? I think we might do that. Marissa says no. Oh. I think with the opportunity to be seen by more people in different audiences, I should just immediately be off-putting and put my racing stripes in. Hey, yeah, Amy's on board. All I needed to see was Amy, and yeah, solidified. I think we're gonna take a little bit of cheddar out. I think we're gonna pare this down a little bit, kind of like a dat, kind of one of those. Kind of right there, and then racing stripes to make up for it. So, James, Jawal, sorry, buddy. Shouldn't have sworn so much. You were just cursing up a storm, and now you can't go to bed. It's different for me. Every time I curse, I get a little more tired. April says no stripes. Amy got in here first though, so St. James. Sorry. All right. Bedtime. I guess you'll find out what we did tomorrow. Okay. I think a pretty good live tonight. I think we did pretty good. I think we had some I don't know. I feel better than when I started. So that's good. That's probably a good fucking feeling. That's not usually and that's not how it's been. So I think that's pretty good. That tends to happen when we have certain guests in here. You know? You know who you are. Appreciate you guys. Hell yeah. Good night. Love you, mean it. Love you, mean it. Yeah. Oh, never mind. It's fine. Not important. More updates to come later, tomorrow, probably. Love you. Bye.